and welcome to Colerain High School as the Colerain Cardinals take on the Lady Miamisburg Vikings in a cross GMC G-Walk matchup. I'm Al Gabriel alongside former Colerain assistant Jamie Boyce, who is helping us out this year with basketball broadcast. Jamie, this is your first broadcast. Welcome on board. How you doing?
Well, thank you. I'm doing very well.
Doing very well. You don't look the least bit nervous at all.
I'm not at all. I'm very comfortable with basketball, so it's just right up my alley.
All right, sounds good. Tonight, the Cardinals, who are struggling a little bit this year, they're 2-4 in the GMC, just 2-8 overall. Coach Wallace talked to us a little bit during the preseason about this being a journey, about building towards what he hopes will be a good tournament run come late February, early March. You've been around to most of the basketball games this year. Are you seeing the improvement that Coach Wallace wanted to see as the season has progressed so far through December?
Definitely. You know, they're a really young team. They lost 5 starters last year, and, you know, they just have to rebuild and get in this journey, and I think that the girls are really accepting it. You know, you have Jada Love, who's a freshman, who has to come in and be a starting point guard, and she's just progressed amazingly. She's going to be one outstanding point guard here for Colerain. And, you know, some of the younger talent like Kaylee Allen and our juniors, they're really stepping up. It's really going to be exciting when the tournament comes around.
All right. Now, Miamisburg comes in at 7-3, like we talked about. They are out of the G-Walk. 2 of their 3 losses this year have been to G-Walk powers, Beaver Creek and Fairborn. Not too many people, you know, aren't susceptible to getting, frankly, a beatdown by those 2 teams. The G-Walk in the last couple years has sent teams that were state runner-ups. So this will be an interesting matchup. What you can tell us about the Miamisburg Vikings?
You know, I really don't know too much about them, but just looking at their stats, just amazes me how many field goal percentages.
And I think we're going to pause now for the playing of our national anthem.
At this time, we ask that you please rise, move your caps, and join us in honoring our great nation with the playing of our national anthem.
Somebody unplugged it. Because we lost everything. We lost Waycross too. Waycross went out.
Pardon us for our technical difficulties. Now, let's keep the starting lineups first.
Okay, we're back. We'll be tipping off here shortly. Hopefully we have a broadcast feed. Okay. Okay. Now here we go. We got the starting lineups for the Miamisburg Lady Vikings. 5'7" senior guard, number 3, Ellie Collins. At guard, a 5'8" freshman, Riley Parkhurst. At junior guard, number 15, Molly Skapik. A 6'3" senior center, number 45, Emily Leonard. And number 51, junior center, 5'11", Iffy Archimalo.
And for the lady cards, we have number 10, guard Jada Love. Number 20, number 23, Kaylee Allen, and she is a guard as well. A center, number 35, Sierra Phillips. A forward, number 20, Jalen Latimer.
And a 5'9" junior, number 25.
And guard, number 25, Aaron Shear.
And runners are coached by Dan Wallace.
And we apologize for the technical difficulties we're having here at the scorers table. We'll set the tip off here. Jamie, we're used to this here at wearecolerain.com and at Waycross, and occasionally there's a few flies in the ointment, if you will, but we usually find a way to work through them, and we all blame it on Tony Suarez when it's all said and done.
Well, that's the way to blame it.
Absolutely. We're not making fun of Tony Suarez, then I'm not doing my job.
Hey, tuck it in. Hey, tuck the shirt in.
And we're about set for tip. The scoreboards are now functional and operational.
All right, I'll take that. All right, here we go.
And Sierra Phillips is set to jump against the 6'3" senior center, Emily Leonard. Leonard controls the tap. Parkhurst with the basketball. Moving into the front court.
Looks like Colerain's coming out man-to-man.
Shear on Parkhurst, and there's a kick ball out of bounds. Possession remains with Miamisburg. It's a big game for Colerain. They're second after the break. They did play December 27th at McCallie. And as Coach Wallace said, it's the first time in a little bit of time that he's got a full bench to work with.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do. You know, they're really looking for a win here to turn their season around.
Driving to the lane, and a kick out, and a 3-ball from the corner is no good. Long rebound comes out to Shear and loses it at midcourt. And the ball is immediately stolen
by Jalen Latimer.
Yeah. Latimer gives it over to Jada Love. And Colerain has their first possession of the basketball game.
Run the offense. Let's go, patience.
Miamisburg also is coming out in man. Colerain's running a little pick and roll, kick out to Jada Love for a 3.
No, off the mark, rebound. Goes down to Miamisburg and Archimalo. I'm going to have fun with that name all night.
Archimalo's a freshman. She got some pretty good stats. Pretty good three-point shooter.
Colerain in the man. Parkhurst with the basketball. Kicks it over. Number 3, Ellie Collins, loses the ball out of bounds. Turnover. Ball goes to Colerain.
Hey, fist high. Fist high. Execute, C. He's got to drop the screen, C. Drop the screen.
Nice backdoor look, but the pass is picked off by 45, Emily Leonard. And Miamisburg quickly transitions into the front court. The ball is lost out of bounds off of Colerain. Possession remains with the Vikings. No score here in the early going. Parkhurst triggers the ball into the corner. Skapik baseline drive. Tries a reverse layup, no good. Good positioning on the baseline by number 35, Sierra Phillips for Colerain. Jada Love into the front court.
Patience. Good job, C.
Got a little ball screen action.
Don't lean into it, C.
Aaron Shearer with the ball, passes to Jada Love on the wing. Aaron Shearer's in the corner. Here comes the ball screen. She rejects it. She's still dribbling. Passes it to Kaylee Allen in the corner.
Pass is knocked away and stolen by Miamisburg. Up ahead comes Skapik. Post down on the block is too deep for Collins, and she brings it back out to the three-point line, launches a three ball, no good.
Nice
Rebounded strongly
Aaron
by Aaron Shearer, and number 45, Emily Leonard, is going to pick up her first personal foul and the team's first of the ball game.
Aaron Shearer's one tough kid, as you can see right there in that replay.
She does certainly grab some strong rebounds. Jada Love running the point now. Pass off the mark, and it's knocked out of bounds. Ball's going to be off of number 25, Aaron Shearer, on the far sideline in midcourt. Turnover again for the Cardinals. Colerain yet to get a shot off here. Just inside of 6 minutes, or excuse me, 5.5 minutes to go.
Kelly Collins has the ball at the top of the key. She's looking to drive. She can't
Kaylee
get
Allen
out
doing
wing.
a great job on the ball defense. Nice hands by Shearer. She's going coast to coast, and her layup is good. Great body control by Shearer, but here come the Vikings quickly in transition. Baseline jumper, no good. Rebounded by the smaller Ellie Collins. Three ball is off the mark. Battle for the rebound. Sierra Phillips corrals it for Colerain.
Kaylee Allen's coming up the court, slowing it down, giving it to Jada Love. Pass back to Kaylee Allen.
Allen comes into the game, leading Colerain in scoring at 12.5 points a game. Shearer is at 5.6 with 4.5 rebounds. Inside to Sierra Phillips. Her turnaround runner is no good. Gets her own rebound, and no foul call, but the ball will go out of bounds. Excuse me, goes out of bounds and will remain with Colerain.
I know Coach Wallace is really happy to have Sierra Phillips back after that knee injury she went down on Lakota East. That was scary. That we thought she re-injured that ACL. So it's really nice to see her come back nice and strong.
Do notice that she is wearing the brace on her right leg. I had not noticed that. Thank you for pointing that out to me. See, you're paying dividends already, Coach. Phillips in the corner to Jaylee Allen on the left wing. Being guarded by number 15, Molly Skapik. Allen walks off the ball screen, curls to the free throw line. Her jump shot no good. Rebound, fought for, comes down to Miamisburg. And Skapik tries to bring it quickly into the front court, and Kaylee Allen's going to kick the ball, and possession will remain with Miamisburg. Colerain leads 2-0 here in the early going.
They got to do something about that transition. Miamisburg's pushing that ball really quickly down the floor.
And there's 3 or 4 possessions in a row that Miamisburg has started with a long outlet. Guards have got to rotate back if they don't have the ball.
Ellie Collins in the corner for a three.
No good. And we can see what Miamisburg wants to do on offense. And there's a whistle and a foul, and they're going to get Sierra Phillips for the foul, and that's going to put number 15, Molly Skapik, to the free throw line to shoot 2.
As you can tell for Miamisburg, they're looking to drive and kick. Their field goal percentage is 52% on the year, and their three-point percentage is astounding as well.
First free throw is no good. Skapik comes in shooting almost 60% from the foul line, but 44% from behind the arc. Pretty impressive numbers. Her second foul shot is good, and the Colerain lead is cut in half. Skapik averages 12.5 points a game as well, so this should be an interesting matchup between her and Kaylee Allen.
Got a ball screen at the top of the key. Aaron Shearer has the ball, passes across the wing to Kaylee Allen.
Shearer with a nice entry pass down low to Latimer, but she runs into a double team. Back out to Shearer. Her baseline drive is knocked away, and Emily Collins comes out with the ball for Miamisburg, and the foul is going to be on, I believe, number 20, Jalen Latimer, which would be her first personal foul and the team's second.
Colerain number 20, Jalen Latimer, her first, team's second.
Still only 2-1 after almost 5 minutes of play. Not too much scoring going on.
Well, you know, in the month of December and all the games we called, there was that one long stretch that the team had that they just couldn't find the bucket. And maybe this is that stretch, and if they're going to hold them down, then maybe it's a good sign.
That's right. Waycross.
Parkhurst being guarded by Love. Dump down pass is stolen by Kaylee Allen, and she's running a 2-on-1 for Colerain. Allen with the ball fake to the lane, misses the left-handed layup. Rebound comes down to Sierra Phillips. Her kick over to, Aaron Shearer out to Jada Love, and her jump shot is no good. Phillips with great body position on the glass. Rebound no good. Rebound follow no good. And we have a whistle, and I believe we have a traveling violation.
I tell you what, Kaylee Allen has that 1-2 step. She's just going to go Division I with just that move. If she can finish that.
Just a sophomore, I do believe, is Kaylee Allen.
Yes.
Bigger than some seniors. She's a strong kid. And ball's in the corner, and I'm shielded off by the official, which happens about 18 times a game. And a nickel and dime foul called out on the perimeter on Shear, which will be her first personal foul, team's third. We're going to get our first substitution of the ball game for the Cardinals. Is number 22. Maddie Stegmuller checks into the basketball game for the Cardinals.
Maddie is also a sophomore, so this just goes to show you how young this team really is and the talent that they have.
And also number 22, Brooke Adams from Miamisburg checks into the basketball game.
Riley from Miamisburg passes out to the wing.
Nice.
Deflected. Jalen Latimer gets the steal. Back out to Aaron Shear.
I think you're a natural at this, by the way. I think you found your call.
Yeah.
Well, coaching is probably more your calling, but
working my way up to be Aaron Andrews, huh?
there you go. Nice runner by Kaylee Allen off the glass. Fights through the body contact, and Colerain leads 4-1.
And here comes Miamisburg right down the floor.
Miamisburg wants to get into their offense pretty quickly, it does appear. Nice spin move by Skapik. Dumps the pass off to the recently entered Brooke Adams. She dumps it off. Layup on the baseline off of a loose ball is good for Riley Parkhurst. And the freshman guard cuts the Colerain lead to 1. 1:24 remaining in the first quarter. A reminder, if you're following along with this game, that we're going to talk to Colerain Athletic Director Dan Bolden during halftime.
Got a miss by Aaron Shear, rebounded by Miamisburg.
Turnaround jumper is no good by Adams. And there's a whistle and a team rebound out of bounds to Miamisburg.
Got another sub coming in for Colerain.
Shear just could not get the second hand on it, knocks it out of bounds.
Dre Pride's a senior entering the game. One of the only 2 seniors that they have.
And Pride is also, I think, the one player on the team that hates me because I can never pronounce her name correctly. And there's an unforced error and turnover out of bounds to Colerain. Colerain leads 4-3 with just under a minute to go in the first quarter. And what's been an action-packed first half, just not much scoring. Allen on the lane. Gets a screen from Stegmuller. Pride swings it over to Shear. As you can hear Coach Wallace in the microphone asking for the swing pass. Allen, the ball fake. Spin move and passes it out.
Colerain's looking to try to get into that paint. However, Miamisburg's having 3 girls sagging there.
Shear's 18-footer is off the back of the rim, no good, and Miamisburg will have a chance to hold for the final shot if they choose.
Brooke Adams has a ball.
Adams working on Stegmuller. We got a whistle, and I believe we have a 5-second call as the Cardinal defense locked down on Brooke Adams. And we're going to have Jalen Latimer check back into the game and Sierra Phillips for the Cardinals. With 14.3 seconds remaining, let's see if we can get a last-second shot to fall for the Cardinals. Because I've been doing this for 4 years and I get to see one. It would be nice.
Yes, it would be nice.
5 seconds. Allen dumps it down on the block to Shear. Her turnaround jumper is good.
Is good.
And that's how the first quarter will come to a close with the Colerain Cardinals leading the Miamisburg Vikings 6-3. And you're watching Colerain Cardinal basketball on Waycross Community Television and wearecolerain.com. I'm Al Gabriel with Coach Jamie Boyce. And Coach, settle you in here. Tell us a little bit about your experience. I know a lot of people are familiar with the head coaches, but they don't always get an up close to meet the chance to meet the assistant coaches or the former assistants. You had the unique opportunity to be an assistant here, I do believe, under two Colerain head coaches,
Correct.
Christy Mack and Coach Dan Wallace. Tell me about your background, and because I'll be honest, I don't know.
Well, I'm originally from Youngstown, Ohio.
hold
I
that against
graduated
you.
from Youngstown State.
You're a
Shout out to the
Penguin.
Penguins. But I moved down here with my husband, who recently graduated from medical school, and I started coaching. I actually coached under Nikki Drew at the 8th grade level for White Oak, and then she left, and I moved right up to the JV spot for Colerain High School here under Christy Mack. And then I followed her for 2 years, and then Dan Wallace stepped in. And, it's just a learning experience as a coach. You're learning different types of offenses and defenses, and you can kind of pick and choose what you would want to run as a head coach someday. And I think someday, I would be interested in doing that, but I got to wait until my children grow up.
Yeah, I was going to mention that you stepped aside to raise children, and I know you miss it. We've seen you around here during games, and you kind of have that I want to be on the sideline look, especially when things aren't going well. We talked at halftime during one game, and I could see you were spitting fire, wanting to go into the locker room and get into somebody's face about that. But for now, you'll just have to settle for the adrenaline rush that is our technical difficulties here at Waycross Community Television.
Oh, I enjoy it.
Thank you, Tony Suarez. Nice baseline pass, but the pass is deflected out of bounds and will remain with Colerain. And when we get a chance, if we ever get a whistle like we did not get in the first half, in the first quarter, we will check the first quarter stats.
Step in, Aaron. Step in, Aaron.
Jada Love and Kaylee Allen on the right wing from where we're sitting.
Swing it.
Love the top of the key over to Aaron Shearer. Colerain looking to run their offense around the perimeter.
Yeah, they're looking to get that pick and roll and try to get some momentum there inside the key. But like I said, they're really, Miamisburg's really sagging their defense as they get the rebound and they're bringing it up the court.
That was a good look by Shearer Phillips just to not convert. Miamisburg once again quickly into the front court, but Colerain this time cuts them off in transition. Nice running one-hander by Skapik into the lane is no good. Rebound comes out to Colerain. Kaylee Allen with a nice save on the far baseline, on the far sideline.
All the way to double screen.
I'll give you an opportunity here to use your coaching skills. If Miamisburg is going to continue to sag on the perimeter, what are you going to do?
Well, we got to get some backside looks, and we got to look to pull up the ball and take some nice little jumpers. But ball movement,
that would have been a great case in point. Nice look by Shearer down to Kaylee Allen, who rushes the layup. Is no good, and Miamisburg quickly back into transmission. Layup is no good. Rebound out of bounds. Ball stayed with Miamisburg. Miamisburg had a good run out after the missed layup, but they were unable to convert as well. Getting ready to check into the game for the Colerain Cardinals is number 21, Alyssa Elby, the self-proclaimed zone buster.
Colerain's coming out in the 2-3 zone underneath. With a dump pass right back.
Sarah Phillips might have gotten away with a touch foul on the elbow. Nonetheless, Colerain will maintain possession of the basketball. Leading by 3, early second quarter.
As you can hear Coach Wallace screaming pick and pop, because that pick and roll isn't there. They got those 3 sagging defenders in there. So that pick and pop's going to be open for whoever's setting that screen. And
Shearer with a nice look to Latimer. Her shot is too long. Good call, Coach. You're already way, way, way better than Dave Moreno ever was. Dave, I'm kidding, buddy. Dave, I'm kidding, buddy. If you're listening, we miss you. Hope everything works out, and can't wait to have you back.
Yes.
But you're going to have to find your time split with Coach Boyce now because she's a permanent member, whether she likes it or not. Lefty drive by number 10, Riley Parkhurst into the lane. There's a whistle on the play. I thought she got away with a traveling, but apparently we're going to have a foul called on number 21, Alyssa Elby for Colerain. Her first personal foul, the team's 5th. Excuse me, team's 4th. Team's 4th, huh?
Not a shooting foul. Miamisburg's going to take it on side out of bounds. They go back to Ellie Collins. Back up to the top of the key to Riley Parkhurst. Over to the other wing to Molly Skapik. Back over to Ellie Collins. And they're just moving the ball around the perimeter right now.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that with a decided size advantage, especially with the 6'3" Emily Leonard in the post. Miamisburg is kind of playing the Colerain's hands here by just playing around on the perimeter. There's a double team on the baseline, baseline skip pass. Saves the possession for Miamisburg, and Skapik on the drive. And her shot is good. And Miamisburg has cut the lead once again to 1. It's 6-5.
It's time! Go, Liz! Go, Liz!
Looks like Colerain was trying to run a set play right there.
Who are they trying to get the ball to?
It looked like Alyssa coming.
Trying to get her a 3 in the
Yeah,
corner.
running across the baseline. Alyssa has the ball in the corner now, looking for a little screen from Jalen Latimer. She pops.
Nice
little
baseline
dump
pass to
pass.
Phillips. Her lefty layup is no good, but the whistle and a foul. And that foul is going to be on number 45. And that's a big foul. That's Emily Leonard's second personal foul, so the 6'3" senior center will probably have to check out here. And that's going to put Sierra to the line.
Good job, kid.
First free throw is good. Sierra Phillips, and I don't know if the stat's right, but it was pulled today from the GMC website. Just a 10% foul shooter.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if that's right, but you know,
I
can't mess
believe
with the
that it's
stats.
right. Colerain's only shooting 50% as a team this year, and true to form, 1 of 2 for Phillips, and Colerain lead is 2 at 7-5. Miamisburg certainly appears to be a perimeter-oriented team, but let's see where Colerain goes from here now with the big girl being in foul trouble. There's a nice near steal by Allen, out of bounds. Possession remains with Miamisburg. And we have a whistle. And what we did not have in the first half, where I could have had an opportunity to get something to drink and quench my thirst, we have a whistle and a 30-second timeout by Miamisburg. Coach, you probably haven't had a lot of time to look at the first quarter stats, but going over it, is there anything particular that sticks out to you?
You know what? With the score being what was it, 4-3 at the or 6-3 at the end of the first quarter, there's not too much that can really stick out there. Besides a couple turnovers, you know, both teams. Colerain has 6 and Miamisburg has 7. So, you know, both teams are just coming down the floor and passing around, committing a turnover, and you're just going back to the other end.
Yeah, I'm going to say that with Miamisburg having a height advantage in the post, it was pleasantly surprising to see the Colerain out-rebounded the Vikings 9-7 in that first quarter.
See, you got 51 on the back there, yeah? Ball pressure, Jada. Guard, Jada. Guard, Jada.
Colerain still in man-to-man defense.
10 guarding 10, and we got a whistle. And a 5 call. Great job by Jada Love.
I'm telling you what, that girl's improving.
Hounding the
She
freshman
learned
guard.
something.
Hey, this time, run the set.
I'm fortunate to have her in class, so I get to talk to her and give her a little pep talk here and there.
Screen it. Screen it. Screen
Version
it.
Swing
the
it
ball.
and screen it. You can hear, I'm pretty sure everybody that can hear this broadcast can hear what Coach Wallace is yelling out, because every time he says it, my left ear just rings.
Yes.
We gotta figure out how to turn the volume down on these things.
We got to figure out how to get him at the other end of the bench.
The only way that's gonna happen is if the team bench moves that into the floor. Not happening anytime soon.
You know, sometimes it takes some screaming for the girls to listen.
Sure.
Selective hearing out there.
Okay, I hope my daughters are listening to this now.
Stolen by Jada Love. Nice defense by Aaron Shear.
Shear won't get credit for the steal, but she certainly gets the hustle stat. Allen looking, gets the ball screen from Phillips. Skips it to Love. Her 3 from the corner is no good. Rebound, strong by Latimer. The shot was too strong, but Phillips is there to clean up the mess. And the Colerain lead is at 4 at 9-5. And quickly into transition is Miamisburg, and the ball is stolen nearly by Allen. And we got a whistle, and the ball was on the sideline, and it is a turnover, possession to Colerain. Good defense by Allen.
Fizz, keep going. Come on, keep it going.
Aaron Shear has the ball at the wing, looking for an ISO over there.
Love gets the screen from Phillips.
Still looking for those pick and pops.
Yeah, Miamisburg is really laying back on the perimeter here, especially between the wings and from left to right wing to the top of the key.
Well, that could be due to the percentage.
Shears strong to the bucket. Shot's no good, but she did get fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2. Fouls on number 22, Brooke Adams. And that'll put Latimer to the free throw line.
It is one thing that Colerain is struggling with is offense, consistency, shooting the ball. They're only 32% from field goal range and 23% from three-point range.
Right. First shot by Latimer is good. Latimer, a 45% foul shooter, and that's the one stat that bothers me because her shot from the line is so technically sound to have such a low percentage as often as she gets to the line. Second shot is good. Colerain enjoys its biggest lead at 6 at 11-5. It was tip and a steal, and Shear will get this credit for that one. It's a major hustle stat. Kaylee Allen into the front court. Gives it up to Stegmuller. Nice look down to Latimer. Her spin move up and under in the lane. And she's going to be whistled and a foul on the floor. Foul on the floor. Fouls on number 51, Iffy Archimalo, 5'11" junior. And Amiria Allen checks into the ballgame for the first time tonight for the Colerain Cardinals.
Maria is also a freshman, coming in, some young talent.
There's a
She's
three
gonna
ball
be
in the
something
corner
special
is no
someday.
good, and a whistle, and we're going to have I guess the ball, no, I think that was an off-the-ball foul there. And that's on number 22 for Colerain, Maddie Stegmuller.
I think Coach Wallace was a little excited that Maggie actually got in there and pushed somebody.
Yeah, sometimes it's okay to be a little physical. I also want to thank Coach for checking out Kaylee Allen in the game when he brought in, when he brought in Amiria Allen, so I can keep their name straight. We have a whistle and a team rebound out of bounds to Colerain. 1:57 to go in the first half. Colerain in a low-scoring affair, leading 11-5.
Good screen, Maddie. Good screen,
Mario
Maddie.
with the ball on the wing. Ball screen.
Allen will
She's
pop
pulling
for
for
three.
three.
No good. The rebound comes out to Parkhurst in Miamisburg. Quickly up ahead to Collins. Not Collins. That was Skapik, who kicks it over to 0-0. Jesse Matthews is checked into the basketball game.
Aaron Shear gets a rebound.
And Aaron Shear
Outlet
has
to Maria
comes-
Allen. She's going to pull up for a 3.
not shy about it. Stegmuller with the strong rebound and the stick back. And Colerain leads 13-5.
As soon as you turn around, here comes Miamisburg. Riley Parkhurst is being pressured by Jada Love.
That's going to be a
And
turnover.
Shear.
And here comes Shear, one-on-one, straight to the basket, no good. The rebound comes right back to number 15, Molly Skapik. Miamisburg quickly into the front court. And we have a whistle and a traveling violation as Riley Parkhurst got just a little bit ahead of herself and shuffled her feet heading into the lane. And that's a violation. Now, if I was still playing on the playground, I would call continuation.
Playing NBA style or what?
No, Colerain High School playground style.
Hey, comes down to Aaron.
50 seconds left in the half.
Kaylee Allen is checked back into the basketball game.
Wonder if Colerain will get a last shot here.
You know, every time I say that,
Yep.
this happens. Sierra Phillips gets the rebound, though. Gets a second rebound. Second
And
shot, no
oh.
good. And we got a whistle and a foul on the floor before the shot. Or they call in Allen with the foul. No, I was going to say, Colerain team was running to the other side of the floor.
Yeah, Sierra Phillips
No,
thought
they-
she was getting called for over the back there.
And they did get the second foul on Iffy Archimalo, and that's her second personal foul. And both of the bigs for Miamisburg are saddled with 2 fouls. Inside to Sierra Phillips, her shot partially blocked off the glass. Rebound comes down to number 22, Brooke Adams of Miamisburg, and here we go with 30 seconds to go until half. Quick 3 ball in the corner, no good. Rebound, Shear and Colerain. Quick shot by Skapik.
G, come
Very
here.
quick shot.
Colerain still leading 13-5 with 15 seconds to go in the half.
I think we're going to be holding for the final shot
Oh,
here.
Maddie!
Then again, what do I know?
Yep.
Love for three.
And she hits it.
Good. And just like that, the Cardinal lead is in the double digits. 3 seconds in the half, and no shot. No shot.
Oh, he was counting that one.
Well, he was counting it. The other guy was waving it off, and I've been in this chair too many times to see that go against us. So at the halftime, it is the Colerain Cardinals 16, Miamisburg Vikings 5. And stay tuned. We're going to have Athletic Director Dan Bolden here in just a moment.
Do you like what you see? Do you want to see more programs like this? Well, check out Waycross.tv for this program and others like these.
Julie, what's up?
I was wondering if you could help me with that home ec project.
So what's the project? How to make white bread? Why doesn't she ask one of her other friends? Yeah, why don't you just leave?
Sorry.
Why you gotta be like that? Julie.
Imagine the power of one voice. Find yours at freedomcenter.org.
And we're back here at Colerain High School. Sitting to my right is the athletic director of Colerain High School, Dan Bolden. Dan, thanks for joining us. You talked to me a little bit tonight. You have an exciting new announcement that not just affects Colerain High School, but the Northwest Local School District, and that's its new partnership with the University of Cincinnati Health.
Yeah, we've entered a partnership with UC Health and Dr. Colosimo, who was back with us a long time ago, and NovaCare. They were both supplying our athletic trainers and doctors for all our events, and that's not just for Colerain High School, it's for Northwest High School, the middle schools, all the athletes in our system can now, and the coaches and the staff can now get excellent medical care with UC Health at the finest facilities in the city. It's something we've been negotiating with them for a while. It's just been very quiet for obvious reasons,
Sure.
But we are excited to enter this partnership with them. They are excited to be with us. Having one of the best doctors in the city taking care of us, and the rest of the doctors down at UC Health, and some of the best trainers at NovaCare. NovaCare allowed us to keep our current trainers that the kids and the staff are familiar with.
Excellent.
And the kids love them, and they love the kids, and they're part of the Cardinal family, and so everything worked out very well. We're very excited about this partnership.
Yeah, and I can tell, and I'm assuming that the coaches that work closely with these trainers and doctors are as excited as you are to have them back.
Oh, yeah, the coaches, that was one of the concerns that some of the coaches had when we began this, is their familiarity with the doctors. We're going to have doctors that are going to go with us from our previous healthcare provider, and now with Dr. Colosimo on board as well, one of the best doctors in the area, one of the best in the country. Our kids are going to get the best medical care. Our staff's going to get the best medical care that's around with the best in the business. I mean, all the fancy machines, and we work in cooperation with all of the UC Health hospitals, University down in Clifton, and the brand new hospital out in Westchester.
Right, nice. It's a nice facility out there.
And we're currently also negotiating with them about getting an office and a NovaCare somewhere closer to school. The closest NovaCare is over on Glenway, near Glenway, but we're working on that as well with them, and we're very excited. They're very excited about this partnership, and I think this is something that's going to benefit everybody.
All right. Now, your additional responsibilities other than negotiating new health care, you just made a new hire here at Colerain High School for the volleyball program. Why don't you go ahead and talk a little bit about who that would be and how that process goes about?
Yeah, our volleyball coach, Jenny Meyer, she's a young mom. She has 2 kids under the age of 5. and that can wear on you at times. You know, I know.
You
I've
know
got,
more than I do, but I've got my
six,
share of it.
so
Yeah.
you know, and that can wear on you at times. And the duties of being a high school head coach, it's not like it was 20 or 30 or 40 years ago. It's a little different now. Everything's all year round and trying to find JO teams. So Coach Meyer gave us 5 great years, and we really appreciated that. And her and I had a long talk in my office, and she hated to do it, but you know, family is important, and you know, I'm a big family guy, and so
Coach Boyce, who's sitting in that seat tonight, is another prime example of that.
Exactly. We love her to death. You know what I mean? But she made the move because of family, and that's the right thing to do. And in the process, we opened it up, and we came across a young lady who was an assistant coach up at Perrysburg High School in northern Ohio. She applied for the job. She's an excellent educator. She works for the Butler County Educational Service Center. Her name is Shallon Lechner. She's going to take over the volleyball program. She's young. She's full of energy. She's got enthusiasm and a ton of ideas. We've got some great young talent here. We are really young, as we are on the basketball floor with the girls. Was the same for the volleyball court. We are very young. She's very excited. She's putting together a staff. She's very excited to be here. She's going to be one of those 24/7s. And we're excited to have her. I think she's going to move our program, continue to move our program in the right direction.
Okay, last question before I let you go. You know, wearecolerain.com is always involved heavily with all athletics here, and we do what we can with a lot of the other sports. But our main focus when we started the website has been football. And having the athletic director here, I would be remiss to the fans at wearecolerain.com if I didn't ask you, do we have any movement going forward yet on the upcoming football schedule? Because as far as I know, we have 3 open dates to start the season.
We still have 3 open dates. You know, weeks 4 through 10 are taken care of by the conference. You know, it's very difficult with the way that the OHSAA has set up the playoff system in order to get teams to play you. And a lot of times we have to go out of state, and we've done that over the last 5 or 6 years. We're going to continue to have to do that. We are in negotiations with, you know, nobody, it's the worst kept secret, but we're in negotiations with St. X for a week. So we're still working on all 3 weeks, and as soon as we get something ready, we'll let it out. We're not hiding anything from anybody.
Okay, and I'm sure Tom Gamble's working with you as well for week 1. I'm assuming you'll be a part of the showdown once again?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Dan, I appreciate your time. Thank you. That's exciting news about University Health, and it's great news about the new volleyball coach, and we'll keep bugging you for information about the football
Anytime
schedule.
you guys need me, just holler.
All right, Dan, thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Let's go.
Dad, did you ever do drugs?
Yeah, I did, and it was a dumb thing to do. But no one ever talked to me about it. My dad never talked to me about it.
Talking to your kids about drugs can be tough, so you'll need to be ready. For help, visit our website at drugfree.org.
Right off the bat, there's a quick steal by Kaylee Allen. What happens when you go straight from work to the basketball court and don't eat?
It's a nice post entry by Aaron Shear to Sierra Phillips for a bucket.
Nice turnaround, and Colerain is starting to separate here now as the lead is stretched out to 13. Miamisburg did not have a lot of fouls in the first half, but unfortunately 4 of them went to their 2 big post players. And there's an inside look to one of those post players who misses the shot, follows her own rebound, and sticks it back. And that's Iffy Archimalo with the basket. Her first 2 points of the basketball game, and it's 18-7 Colerain. Allen to Love. Love gets the screen from Latimer. Stops at about 15 feet, passes it back to Shear. Allen on the left wing, gets the screen. Rolls it with her left hand towards the basket. Her runner is no good. Rebound comes down to Leonard of Miamisburg. Parkhurst has shown great quickness getting the ball into the front court today. Has continued to, nice hustle by Shear. Knocks the ball on the baseline, sees me on the sideline, the ball's in the corner, and we have a whistle. And a timeout by Colerain. I can't see who that was down there who hustled it down. Was that Shear or Love?
Love.
Okay. Shear with the save there on a ball that looked like it was just destined to go out of bounds, and there's the ball trickling on the floor, and the ball comes down to Love, who got possession of the basketball in a seated position without touching out of bounds.
Just pure hustle play
And
on both parts.
I'm just already in pain thinking about it. If I have to bend over to pick up something, my whole body aches. I know.
That's just a nice lesson there by Coach Wallace, how important it is to get on the floor.
Stats over there by any chance? I thought I had them. Yep, those are the halftime stats.
Yes.
Okay. I'll go over those here at the next dead ball. Because all of our listeners are curious to know whose leading scorers are tonight. And I can tell you for Colerain, the leading scorer is Aaron Shear, excuse me. No, Kaylee Allen with 4 points. Ball inside to Phillips. She's double teamed on the block. Gives it back to Shear. Her layup is no good. Rebounded by Leonard.
Miamisburg comes down the floor.
And there's a quick 3 ball, and it's good. Miamisburg knocks down its first 3-pointer of the game, and that's Ellie Collins.
Ellie Collins is pretty good from the 3-point range as well. I believe she's 27%.
Yep. Averaging 6 points a game for the Vikings. And it leads down to 8. Colerain just stretches to 13, and a quick 5-0 run by the Vikings is answered by Kaylee Allen's drive to the center of the lane.
C, work hard. You got a sub coming, C, work hard. Get up on that K. Get up on that K.
Playing some tight defense on Ellie Collins. She gives it back out to the big post.
Wide, Jay. Help. Good, help on those balls.
Still just passing around the perimeter.
Yep. Colerain is not going to let Miamisburg just working around now. His love is all over. Parkhurst forces the shot. No good. Rebound. Strong by Latimer. Outlet to Kaylee Allen. And, Kaylee Allen. And I do believe that word was just heard by everybody watching our broadcast. Hopefully Tony Flores has a beep button.
Those are the passes that you want back as a coach.
And that was the word that was saying it, too. Pride forces the tie-up, and the possession arrow belongs to the Colerain Cardinals. Nice play by Pride.
Colerain comes into this game averaging 19 turnovers, and I just wonder how many of those are unforced.
They've struggled at the point early in the year, but it's just youth. It's not lack of talent, that's for certain.
That's correct. Got a ball screen.
Yep.
Kaylee Allen.
That's almost too easy. That was almost too easy. Nice little hesitation crossover, gets her right hand to the baseline and draws the 3rd personal foul on number 45, Emily Leonard. Colerain leading by 10.
From last year to this year, how much Kaylee Allen has improved from a freshman to a sophomore, taking over, becoming the leader of this team.
Her first foul shot is good. Allen, like we said, averages 12.5 points a game with 5 rebounds and not a very good assist-to-turnover ratio, but is a 61% free throw shooter. And she will rattle out the second of 2 foul shots, and a rebound by Latimer, and a whistle and a foul on the floor, and Colerain will get possession underneath their basket.
That's another foul on 45, Emily Leonard. That's going to be her fourth.
And she's going to have to come out. Number 22, Brooke Adams, a 5'9" senior, will check into the basketball game. And that's the big one. Leonard listed at 6'3", and from our vantage point, looks to be every bit of it.
It's kind of surprising that they haven't gone to her much.
Yeah, they've lived on the perimeter. I said earlier, they thought they were playing into Colerain's hands, and there's a whistle and a foul. Latimer is fouled on her turnaround into the lane, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. And that's the 3rd foul on Archimalo, and quickly the fouls are mounting against Miamisburg. Shot by Latimer is off the back of the rim and no good. And I could tell the difference between that foul shot, the 2 that she took at the other end in the first half. She rushed.
Yeah, Jalen, she has a very pretty shot. As you can see, her form is pretty much near perfect.
Yep. Second foul shot is no good. Colerain loses a golden opportunity to push out their double-digit lead. Adams now will set the screen for Skapik. Her drive, loses the ball, loose on the floor, but it rolls over to Parkhurst, and we have a whistle. And I believe that foul's on Kaylee Allen, judging by her facial expression. And it is, and that's just her first personal foul, and just Colerain's first foul of the second half.
I tell you, Coach Wallace is coming out. You know, they're really putting pressure, ball pressure on anybody that has the ball. And as you could tell, it's kind of forcing some turnovers or mishandling.
Nice steal by Shear. Throw it down. And
Colerain's going to get into a press.
Yep. And we'll. Is this a 2-2-1 press?
Yep.
And a whistle and a push from behind on Shear. Nice transition there by Colerain. And you see Shear with great anticipation.
Aaron Shear had to steal for Colerain, laid it in for a nice layup that got them into their press.
And Coach was calling for that press when she was at the key with the basketball. He was wanting that to happen, and Colerain nearly did get the follow-up steal. As it is, they lead by 13 again.
You can see the ball pressure here that Colerain's applying. Shot by Molly.
The shot was contested by Shear, and Allen with the basketball. Up to Love. Will get Colerain into its offense. Nice backdoor look to Love, and she lays it in, and the lead is 15. It's Colerain's biggest of the game.
Nice
dump
entry
down.
Pass to number 51, Ife Archimalo.
Yeah. Very good look on the perimeter. Sometimes when you're overplaying the passing lanes, you will give up those, but you think you have to, if you're Coach Wallace or if you're Coach Boyce, you have to like the effort. Shear will launch to three, no good. The rebound comes down to Collins of Miamisburg. Up ahead to Parkhurst. Her jump shot, no good. Rebound loose on the floor. We have a whistle and I believe a tie-up. Possession there with Miamisburg. The ball just kind of came off the rim and everybody kind of stood around and watched it hit the ground.
That's right, you're not supposed to let it hit the ground.
Yeah. And there was a replay of the nice dump down by number 10, Emily Parkhurst. And Latimer will check in, check out, check in, check out. And she will check out of the basketball game. Pride back into the game for the Cardinals. Nice deflection on the inbound by Shear. But Miamisburg is able to corral the ball and maintain possession.
Skip pass, short corner
nice
dunk.
Look.
Little
nice
low-high
triangle
action.
Game there.
It's always difficult to defend, high-low, low-high. Jada Love's coming back down the floor, gets it to the wing to Aaron Shear. Looks like Colerain's just trying to pass it around, running a little motion.
LB wide open for three. Off the mark, no good. Out of bounds to Miamisburg. Colerain leads 25-14 with 2:44 remaining in the third quarter. And Colerain, who showed press after Shear's layup, will continue in with the pressure defense. Stapik right down the lane, dishes it off to number 51, and Archimalo knocks it down and cuts the Colerain lead to 9 at 25-16. And that's the 8th point of the basketball game for Archimalo. And Coach Wallace is going to use one of his timeouts. Excuse me. And let's see, it appears to be a full timeout. So we'll have some time here to actually go over the halftime stats.
I'm sure Coach Wallace is in there ripping them right now for a press, and you don't stop ball coming down the floor, and they just get an easy look like they did on that last possession there to take the score to 25-16.
If you're the coach, which I can always say, I can say this now confidently because you were the coach, what are you telling them right now?
I would continue with the ball pressure. The press, I would continue the press on made baskets, pushing the ball in transition, but the ball pressure is where it's at in the third quarter, making them just have silly passes or turnovers. And Colerain's getting easy looks. They're playing as a team, and that's why the lead is where it's at.
And here are two stats that jump out at me from the halftime statistics. Colerain had 7 turnovers in the first quarter. They finished the first half with just 7 turnovers. Miamisburg, 13 turnovers. And Colerain out-rebounded the much bigger Vikings 19-17. Leading scorers for Colerain were Aaron Shear with 4 points, Jada Love with 3, and Sierra Phillips also with 3. The leading scorer for the Miamisburg Vikings at the half was Molly Skapik, who had 3 points, and Riley Parker's had 2. Only 5 points in the first half. There probably aren't too many people that scored. That was mean, I know, but just so you know, Coach, we're homers here.
That is okay.
I don't think Tony likes it, but
Kaylee Allen's looking to drive. She takes a little jumper
it looks
short.
like she got hit on the elbow there. No call. But she's going to make up for it by getting a call against her on what looked like a clean steal from our vantage point, but we did not have the backside official's view that he had. But
we didn't, but when you look at that replay,
that looked pretty clean to me.
That looked pretty clean to me as well. That's a nice hustle play by Kaylee Allen.
Right.
Coach Wallace is going to argue that
Coach is
call.
arguing with the official, and we can look at it all day long. You know, if Dave were here, he'd probably pick up the monitor and turn it around. Look at no, he would not actually do that. He would not actually do that, although I've considered it a couple of times in some of the games that we've done in the last 4 years. Skapik, he's played a good game at the point for Miamisburg. Collins has played well, too, and her 3 ball is no good. Good position by Phillips.
Rebound by Phillips, passes out to Amari Allen.
Thank you, and both Allens are on the floor.
That's enough to
see, if we get an Allen to Phillips pass, then we can call it the law firm. And Amari Allen
again
cut without the ball.
Turnovers.
And
it's going to lead to a layup.
A layup, as you said, easily for Ellie Collins. And the Colerain lead is down to 7 at 25-18. As Aaron Shear and Jalen Latimer get set to check back in for the Cardinals. Pride, Allen, Phillips.
You can kind of see the wind taken out of Colerain's sail right now. They're looking a little down.
There's a bad entry pass there by Pride. And up ahead the other Vikings, and layup is good. And what was a 15-point lead is quickly down to 5 with 55 seconds to go in the third quarter. Coach Wallace does not hesitate to get the timeout.
And, you know, that's all about effort. You can see it. You can see it in their faces. You can see it bringing the ball up the court after a made basket. You just kind of knew that they were going to make another unforced error, and they did. And it looks like he got some subs in there to take care of that problem.
And we're going to have a replay here of the nice shot here, or the layup, again, that cuts the Colerain lead to 5. It was just 15 just a moment ago. Miamisburg on a 10-0 run here to cut the Colerain lead to 5. And I give credit to Coach Bill Newland of Miamisburg and the Vikings. They have not quit. They continued to play hard, and they got on a roll here when Colerain kind of, I don't want to say lazy, that's not the right word I'm looking for, but they kind of took a deep breath and kind of relaxed a little bit. Relax is the different way of saying, you know, there's a difference between lazy and relaxed. Colerain was playing a little relaxed there with a 15-point lead, and you know, Miamisburg plays in a tough conference too now. You know, the GWAC is every bit as good as the GMC in girls basketball, so these girls are battle tested. And speaking of which, there's a deflection out of bounds as the Vikings ran a trap at midcourt, and the ball goes out of bounds to Colerain, and you can kind of see the energy level with the Vikings starting to pick up.
Yeah, they're starting to pick up full court, looking to just randomly trap the young freshman guard, Jada Love, here and there. They're getting some turnovers, not just by her, but some of her guards need to help her out.
Allen had a great move to the basket, but did not convert the shot. The rebound came down to Sierra Phillips, and she drew a foul on, they're calling the foul on Sierra Phillips. And that's her second personal foul, team's 4th of the second half. Miamisburg has a chance to cut even deeper into the Colerain lead.
It's 25-20 with 30 seconds to go in the third.
Yep. I've been in this position in the last couple years, and I can hear you guys on the bench. What are you saying to your team right now?
If we're on offense or defense?
On defense right now.
On defense. You just you don't want to commit a foul. Right there, she looked like she traveled. You don't want to commit a foul. You just want to have hands in their face and try to get a quick turnover like they got.
Come on, Allen. Come on,
Kaylee. The last second shot, and it's up by Kaylee Allen, and no good.
Well, Colerain Cardinals did a good job of cutting off that last possession by Miamisburg. At the end of 3 quarters, it's the Colerain Cardinals 25, the visiting Vikings from Miamisburg 20. And you're watching Colerain Cardinal basketball on Waycross Community Television. And I'm Al Gabriel alongside the coach. That's, by the way, your nickname. I don't know if it came up with the
It
graphic
did come
there.
up.
While we have an opportunity, I want to thank everybody that volunteers here for wearecolerain.com and Waycross Community Television. And we can always use your help. We have more broadcasts to do this year for Colerain High School. And if you're interested in running one of the cameras or taking me off the microphone because you're tired of listening to my annoying voice, you can call 513-825-2429 or visit Waycross at waycross.tv/volunteer. Ask for Tony Suarez because technically Tony Suarez is Waycross Community Television. We're all volunteers here, and we thank everybody that came out tonight, including you, Coach.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, it was either that or I was going to have to let Brian Wyatt do it again. And yes, Brian, I said that. See, you're the coach now. At least they took Fluffy off of my nickname.
There you go.
I don't know where Brian is on that one. So we are set here to start the fourth quarter, and that has now become a very tight basketball game after Colerain built a 15-point lead. And I don't know where all that feedback is coming from, but you can't hear it on Waycross, so that's a good thing. I'm just going to be answering dog whistles all night.
That's what it sounds like. We got a kick back out to Aaron Shear at the top of the key over to Kaylee Allen, who drives it. Nice little move, seems like a foul. But number 10, Riley Parkhurst, comes up with the rebound. Passes it over to Molly Skapik. Kick back to Riley Parkhurst, who hits the three.
And just like that, it is a 2-point basketball game. And we are getting all kinds of feedback here, so we're going to fight through it. Coach, if it gets too loud, you can go ahead and just turn all your volumes down, and we'll continue on from here. Latimer lays it up and in, and the Colerain lead is back out to 4. Big basket by Latimer to kind of stem the tide there. Miamisburg was literally on a 13-0 run. Coach Wallace playing official over here on the right sideline next to you.
Yes, you know.
He would be a great official, by the way. He's never gotten a call wrong.
Isn't that how all men are?
And that's why we're glad we brought you on board. It was getting a little too stuffy in the old boys club. Inside
nice.
goes.
Inside-outside game.
Yeah. And the three ball, no good. But still, rebound by 5'7", senior guard, Ellie Collins, who launches the three. And it's a 1-point game. And I got a feeling we've got another last-second shot coming one way or another.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a close game. It's just going to see if Colerain can answer and not lose their cool here. They're just going to be patient and run some little ball screens, moving the ball around the arc. We're looking a little tired.
Well, they have not played a lot of numbers tonight. I think that's where Coach was trying to steal some minutes at the end of the third quarter and right in the middle of Miamisburg big run. We have a whistle and a foul, and that's going to be on number 15, Molly Skapik, and that's just our first personal foul. Team's fourth of the second half. Each team with just 4 fouls here, so except for the big foul trouble on the bigs for Miamisburg, there's not a whole lot of foul trouble situation going on. Nobody's in danger of getting into the double bonus, and there's a quick pass back from Stegmiller to Shear off of Shear's knee, out of bounds, and an unforced error. Ball goes over to Miamisburg. Erica Edmondson is in the basketball game for Miamisburg, a 5'9" senior forward.
And here comes number 45, that Emily Leonard, who has 4 fouls with 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. They're going to gamble with her a little bit.
Brooke Adams checks out of the basketball game for Miamisburg.
Kaylee Allen with a steal.
Got to finish that, Kaylee. Finish that, Kaylee. No whistle on the contact. The layup is good. And the Colerain lead is back to 3. Still just a 1-possession game.
That's a great play for an and one.
Nice runner into the lane. No good. Almost gets a rebound to Skapik, but Shear comes down with it for Colerain. And Coach Wallace is yelling out to his team what the offense is here, and I have a feeling you know what it is, so I'll let you explain.
Yeah, they're just going to run some pick and rolls. They're going to move the ball around the perimeter, but some lazy passes, and that's just going to force into another unforced error. They're lucky to get that one back.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say the same thing. I'm not sure what happened there, but Coach Wallace immediately jumped off the bench, but Shear made a good save over there, and Colerain will maintain possession. Brooke Adams will check back into the basketball game, and Coach Newland is going to, and rotating in and out almost like it's a
Offense,
hockey
defense.
lane. Offense for defense here.
He wants to play his big Emily Leonard just on offense. Keep her away
Love's
from
shot
defense.
is no good. Rebounded by Latimer. Her shot is partially blocked. Allen from 15 feet knocks it down. And the Colerain lead is 5 at 31-26. Colerain back onto the press. Now they're going to try to speed Miamisburg up here a little bit. Parkhurst with the basketball. Skapik will launch another three from the wing off the back of the rim. No good. Allen with the long rebound. She's got Love up ahead. She'll take it herself to the basket and draw the foul, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Foul's on number 15, Skapik, and we have a replay of the foul. Allen had Love up ahead, but decided to take it herself, and not a bad decision. That was kind of an impossible angle to get the ball up ahead.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you can't make those passes because it's just going to lead to a turnover, so she decided to keep that one.
First foul shot is in and out. Allen 0 for 3 from the line tonight.
On the year, she's what, 61% free throw shooter? You know, Colerain really struggles from the line as they're only shooting 49% on the year.
Yeah, and I had the halftime stats. I don't have the first quarter stats, but for the first half, they were 75%, but that did not count Allen's 2 misses here in the second half. 3 misses now in the second half. Hits 1 of 2, and Colerain's lead is at 6, 32-26. Up ahead quickly go the Vikings, and that's going to be an unforced error on the Vikings. You know, I shouldn't say unforced. I want to give Stegmuller credit. She was in the right position, and Archimalo was unable to corral the pass. And offense for defense as Brooke Adams checks in the basketball game, and Leonard checks back out.
Miamisburg's had some success with this press. Let's see what they could do here. See if Colerain can come out and beat this press and get a nice, easy layup.
From what I've seen of Colerain this year, they have struggled at times against pressure. Love quickly up ahead, and we have a whistle and a jump ball. Nice call.
That's a very nice call.
By the official, but you got the advantage of the replay on your side, and yep, great play.
That's a great defensive play there by Molly Skapik.
Now let me ask you this. It was not a clear-cut breakaway. If you're the coach, would you want to see Love maybe pull that back and run an offense with a 6-point lead, or do you want her to go ahead and take the chance?
I would let her take the chance because typically you would get to the free throw line in that situation, or you'd make a layup. Not too many times would you miss or get fouled or have a jump ball in that situation.
Allen's runner was no good. The rebound came down to Miamisburg, and the pressure in the backcourt off of the loose ball rebound forces another Miamisburg turnover, and Colerain will maintain possession, nursing a 6-point lead with 4:13 remaining in the basketball game.
I think Colerain still has to be aggressive here.
Yep.
I don't think that they can try to stall the offense.
Allen thought about the three, puts the ball on the deck, being guarded by Collins. Shear to Love. Stegmuller comes over to set the screen. Allen has the basketball, not being closely guarded by Emily Collins, so maybe if Colerain wanted to kill some clock, they possibly could, and I'm not by any means suggesting that, but if they're going to lay back.
Yeah, you know, if they're not going to pressure the passes, then this is fine.
I think Tony's laughing at me because he thought I was not suggesting something I did, and maybe I should defer to the coach and stay aggressive, and you don't have mental letdowns like that.
That's right.
There was no point for that.
You can even see in the passes that their passes aren't nice, crisp passes when nobody's really guarding them. They're just running the clock off.
Now, take us behind the scenes at a Colerain practice. Will there be push-ups, jumping jacks, wall sits, or any kind of punishments for that?
Oh, yeah. You know, that's one thing that Coach Wallace has always emphasized is unforced turnovers. It's a game changer, and when you average 19 turnovers a game, as you can see, you keep your opponent in the game.
Yep. Nice turnaround by Leonard, and the big 6'3" senior center scores her first bucket of the game, and it couldn't come at a more opportune time as the Miamisburg Vikings cut the Colerain lead to 4 at 32-28. And quickly, Coach Bill Newland, calls for a timeout. So I'm going to put you out of Coach Wallace's shoes for just a moment, and I'm going to put you in Coach Newland's shoes here.
Right.
What are you strategizing here for the final 3 minutes of this basketball game? It's only a 4-point game, and do you want to come out and pressure? Or do you
Yes.
let Colerain
Yes.
continue to make unforced errors, just trying to kill
Yeah,
clock?
Colerain's making their unforced errors, but I still think that you can't rely on that. You got to pressure the basketball. You got to create those turnovers and try to get some easy looks.
And normally I'm having to put those on the tee for Brian Wyatt to hit out of the park, but no, you did a great job. Honestly, sometimes I just talk for the sake of hearing my own voice, which I don't even like. And Miamisburg does show great pressure here. Shearer, the double team along the sideline, and she's going to throw the ball away, but I believe it was touched by a Miamisburg player.
Yeah, it looked like it touched her shorts.
And a very fortuitous bounce, if you will, for the Colerain Cardinals, and they'll inbound the ball underneath their own basket with a 4-point lead with 3:18 remaining. Shear looking to trigger. Segula was open, finally gets it to her. Nice backdoor look for Allen. Clear out, layup, good. The unsung part of that play has to be Jalen Latimer sealing off the lane.
Yeah, you don't see the little work that's done by people that isn't around the ball, and Jalen Latimer is one of those people.
Latimer with the key rebound here, and Colerain has possession. 2:52, leading by 6. Shear, and we're going to have a whistle, and I believe Coach Wallace gets the timeout from the bench. And I think I have to ask, I know when you're on the sidelines, you probably can't hear the coaches behind us, but now that you're here, do you kind of get an idea of what we have to deal with?
Yes, I do. And when I'm in the stands too, I can't say that I'm too quiet, but
really? Because you're like a mouse. I can barely hear you. I'm kidding. Which was I asked the question, what does Coach Wallace think about having his bench on the visitor side?
I really don't think it bothers him. The only thing that stinks is you got the visitor fans in your ears when you're trying to discuss something in a timeout. And when you're in a big rival game, it's kind of really hard to hear and get through to your players. But it's never been addressed, I don't think, to Dan Bolden at all to try to move it back over to the home side. We just kind of deal with it, and you got to deal with the adversity that comes your way. So I think it's a good lesson for the girls.
Good deal. Well, now we'll back to the obvious. I'm going to keep asking you this question, but it's a 6-point lead. Colerain's got the ball. There's still plenty of time here. You don't give up on your offense. You keep running it.
That's correct. And I would imagine that Miamisburg is going to come out here and continue to trap the ball. So Colerain has to look to keep moving without the basketball. They can't stand in their corners. They got to go toward the ball to make those passes a lot easier and find the open man. And eventually we could get an open look, possibly a layup through those traps.
Crossover, gets the ball into the front court. Shear, Allen, and Miamisburg looking to double on the ball now. So Colerain's going to have to get quick passes out, and Love did not get that pass out quick enough. And up ahead go the Vikings, and a layup is good for Parkhurst, and Miamisburg will use another timeout. And that's 12 points for Parkhurst. I don't know where Parkersburg came from, except it's a place in West Virginia. And just like that, it's back to a 4-point lead. This is starting to shape up a little bit like the Mount Healthy game. Correct. It was a very, very low-scoring game in the first quarter. And in the second quarter, it kind of went from there. We get another look, and there was a quick double.
Yeah, she got a quick double. Jada Love just tried to pass it back out to Erin Shear. Just had some good hands there by Miamisburg, and I believe that was Riley Parkhurst who finished the layup. And the coach has a quick timeout here. He's going to set up his press, I would imagine, and try to get another steal with the 2.5 minutes left in this ball game.
Now, I'm going to ask you all the secrets now. Does Coach Wallace have a press break to score play in his playbook in the offense? Or?
Oh, yes. Press breakers, one of the easiest ways to score. You're really looking to get the ball in the middle of the floor, back out to the opposite wing. So hopefully we can get the ball in the middle of the floor because they're going to trap corners.
Trap corners. Okay, let's look for that. I told you I was going to get you involved. I was going to ask you all kinds of questions. You're going to go home and like, why did you keep asking me those simple questions?
Well, now they're going man-to-man. They still might trap the inbounds.
Send somebody long. And ball inbound to Shear, and there goes Kaylee Allen long. Her layup, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Shear. That's going to hurt. Deuces are wild here at 2:22 remaining in the fourth quarter. Allen just could not finish, and Shear knocked the ball out of bounds, and Colerain is going to forego its pressure and look like they're going to pick up at half court.
We got freshman versus freshman right here.
Yep. Love and Parkhurst. But there's Collins in the corner. Her three ball is good. And with 2:06 remaining, it is a one-point game. Shear with the basketball. Runs into a double team, gets it up to Kaylee Allen, and she'll pull up. And here comes the pressure from Miamisburg. We have a whistle and a foul on Skapik away from the ball, on the ball, excuse me, against Kaylee Allen. Just her third personal foul, but I believe, yep, just a team 6. I was thinking that that was a 1-and-1 based on what I could see up on the board there, but.
Yeah, you know, she got her with the body. She kind of stuck out her knee there, so I think that was a pretty good call. But that last play, Ellie, it looked like it was a 3, but I think her foot was on the line, so they counted it as a 2.
No look pass from Love to Shear, and Miamisburg has a chance to take its first lead in the basketball game, and the shot is airballed by the freshman Parkhurst, who got just a little carried away there, but Colerain is
fortunate to come up with that one. Miamisburg's back in the man-to-man press. Having some trouble getting the ball in. Get it to Shear, who's coming down the sideline, who's triple
teamed. Up ahead to Allen, who runs it down. And nice save by Colerain, but she's going to lose the ball from behind. And here come the Vikings with a chance to take the lead again. 1:35 remaining. Colerain leads 34-32.
Miamisburg's going to look to get it here to Ellie Collins. She's kind of been on fire in the second half.
Yeah, she has. Collins unofficially with 8 points on the board, but I think all those points came in the second half. Actually, I know they did. They only had 5 in the first. Rebound by Stegmuller, huge for Colerain. I thought it was a 1-point game. I guess I think the scoreboard is wrong. I thought that was a 3-point play, and we have a whistle and a first charging call of the night. And they're going to call Latimer with the offensive foul. I thought that was a 3-ball in the corner earlier.
Yeah, no, her foot was on the line. They called that a 2.
They called that a 2, so it is a 2-point game at 34-32.
Right. Coach Wallace is livid as that defender moved their hips. She wasn't set, and that would have been an and 1. However, now it's a charge, and it's back to Miamisburg as they bring the ball up the floor with 1 minute to go, down 2.
And there's a turnover as Leonard throws the ball away in the corner, trying to get it to Collins, who's been on fire here in the second half. And we've got the correct score now up on the graphic there on the television monitor. Hopefully you're watching this game in beautiful, crisp, high-definition TV so you can see all my gray hairs. Shear gets the ball inbounds. May have gotten away with a travel there, but keeps the possession. Bounce pass from Stegmuller to Allen. It lays it in, and it's a 2-possession game again with 47 seconds to go.
Miamisburg's going to look to score quick here.
And we got a whistle, and I believe she stepped on the inline, and she did. Turnover, Miamisburg.
We're going to be looking for some fouls here by Miamisburg.
Yep. And there's a steal on the inbounds, and we have a whistle and a foul. Kaylee Allen's going to be whistled for the foul. That'll be just...
Hey, no more fouls, let's go.
Third personal foul. Team 6, so Colerain had that foul to give. I'm sure Coach Wallace would have rather saved it for later in the clock situation, but nonetheless, Miamisburg has to inbound it. Collins, been on fire. She spins into the lane, throws up a wild shot, but there was a Archimalo with the rebound. Her stick back was no good. Wide open 3 off the back of the rim as Parkhurst, and Allen has the rebound for Colerain. Oh, and we have a whistle and a double dribble. Ooh.
And you know that's where inexperience. You know, I can't really say for Kaylee Allen because she plays a lot of AAU ball. She's played varsity as a freshman. You just got to keep your head in that situation. I know she's exhausted and she just had a great play.
I just looked at the replay and you know we have a fuzzy monitor, but I didn't see a double dribble unless they called her for the carry.
Yeah, you know I didn't see the double dribble as well, but they called a double dribble.
Huh. You know that's the cue for Tony to throw that replay up again. But I guess Tony's not going to show it. And thank you, Jason. And we have, did she touch it with that hand?
Oh, that's so close.
That's very close, but.
And you know what? His back was turned if you watch the ref when it happened.
Yeah.
His back was turned, so he kind of just saw
And Tony is telling us that she palmed the ball, but I'm sorry, Tony. I'm going to listen to the coach. The coach trumps you today.
That's tough. I think that the ref saw her hand kind of come off the ball, but I don't really know if she really touched it with that second hand.
Yeah, I think the key, what you said there that you picked up on, that I didn't pick up on, is that official on the sideline had his back turned to the play.
Right.
He thought he saw it, but did he really see it?
Correct. You know what? This makes it interesting.
I'm gonna
19 seconds to go.
I'm going to call this play the Kaiser Soze play. Does he really exist? Did that double dribble really happen? All right, enough of the hearing. Here we go. Miamisburg will trigger the ball in. Trailing by 4, we have a whistle and a timeout. Miamisburg just used its last timeout with 19.9 seconds to go, trying to get the inbound play in.
That's a nice heads-up play there by Riley Parkhurst as a freshman guard taking the ball out underneath before she got that 5-second call.
You know, Miamisburg, I would have to think, is in desperate need of just a 2-point basket here, because then they can put Colerain at the line for the next 3 fouls in a 1-on-1 situation and lengthen this game. And as you hit on earlier, Colerain is just barely under 50% from the free throw line this year as a team. If you're Miamisburg, looking at who's on the floor, who would you foul? Yeah, I mean, who's the one I mean, obviously we had Sierra Phillips won't be on the floor. Maybe she will be, just a 10% foul shooter.
You know, I'm always a fan of putting the freshmen.
Putting the freshman
on the line and putting the pressure on them.
So that means that Jada Love, the show could be on you.
That's right.
All right, well, let's find out where we go here. Colerain.
As a point guard, though, you got to love that pressure.
Sure.
And I'm sure she does.
Spoken like a point guard. And we have an inadvertent buzzer, and I'm not sure exactly what happened there. Yeah, I think what we're being told here, and it should be 19.9 seconds on that board up there, but the clock was still counting down for the 30-second timer.
19.9.
It should be 19.9, and obviously in the Ohio High School Athletic Association, you cannot use replay monitors to determine that. So if they take my word for it, I'll tell them 19.9. But and look at that, 19.9, just like that. And we actually had a situation like that in the double overtime win for Colerain against, I believe it was Lakota West in the boys game a couple years ago, where we had some constant clock malfunctions. And if you think Coach Wallace is bad, you should hear Coach Higgins some nights. Don't bring your kids around.
Yeah, you know, that's
get them too close.
That's tough, though, because Colerain right there, they had the 5-second call.
They had the 5-second call and or the steal.
Right, and now I think Miamisburg, the only way to do that is give it back to Miamisburg, because you have to act like the play never happened.
Yep, and I think that's exactly what the officials are talking about, and I think that's the decision they're going to come to, and in my estimation, the correct one, but they don't pay me to officiate basketball games. And we're going to get I'm going to take my headset off and listen. Wait a minute, why am I doing that? I'm deaf. You take your headset off and listen.
I think exactly what we discussed, that's what they're going to do, because that play just never exists with that inadvertent whistle or buzzer.
And the baseline official is anxious to go home, I think, because he's ready to give the ball to the inbounder from Miamisburg, getting ready to hand the ball off to Parkhurst.
He's trying to explain the clock situation. Wallace thinks that it should be 18-4. And now he wanted to know why it was back to 19-9. So I think they got that settled out.
Yeah, and I think we got it correct. Miamisburg with the inbounds, and we have a kick and a turnover off of off of Skapik. And the ball goes over to Colerain with 18.7, so they gained 0.3 seconds.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the ball still belongs to the Cardinals.
Still 36-32 Cardinals with 18.7 seconds.
All right, here we go. Latimer inbounds to Shear. Shear is corralled by 3 Miamisburg Vikings, and she is fouled, and she's going to go to the line to shoot the front end of a 1-and-1.
You know, I think that they fouled the right person, because she's only 39.5% from the free throw line.
I have to question who's keeping stats for the GMC website on some of these free throw percentages. Oh, by the way, that'd be Gary Shatt. He's at the end of the table. I'm going to go talk to him after the game.
Yeah. He's been here for a while. I trust him.
I think the school was built around Gary. Shear with an opportunity to pretty much put this game out of reach with a couple free throws here. First foul shot. Rattles in and out. Rebound. Leonard of Miamisburg. And
she puts the ball on the ground.
And that was a good Colerain can afford to foul here. They've got 1-and-1s to give away if they want with a 4-point lead. Collins will launch a deep three off the backboard, no good, and that's the ball game as the Colerain Cardinals race out to a 15-point lead and hold on for dear life with a 36-32 victory. And now comes the favorite part for you, Coach. You get to try to interview Coach Wallace. You get to interview your former boss.
Oh, boy.
We'll try that. Actually, get that microphone here. Hey, Brian. That microphone. And we're going to grab Coach Wallace here. And Coach Boyce is going to do her first interview. Don't worry, I'll be right here asking most of the... I'll ask the softball questions. I'll leave the difficult ones to you.
Yeah.
So we'll get... is there a player you want to talk to? No? No. Well, Coach Wallace, her first game tonight, she did a great job. She was in your mind all night long, and now it's our first opportunity to interview her former boss. Congratulations on the big win tonight.
Thank you. I'm a little scared, but thank you.
It was interesting because, in the first half, for both sides, you guys were struggling to score. But what did you say at halftime to motivate the girls? Because in the third quarter was probably the biggest scoring quarter that we had. What did you say to the girls to get them motivated to come out and play with the intensity that they
The big thing for us was we talked about getting in transition. We need to get in transition. You get Kaylee Allen in transition, and then we score buckets. She missed a couple, obviously, tonight. But that's a big thing for us is picking up the defense a little bit. We noticed that Jada was really giving her point guard a hard time up top, so we wanted to make sure we pressured that point guard, and then we could get in the passing lanes a little bit. But we cleaned the glass tonight. We did a good job on the boards. They got big girls. We took care of them. We got their big girl in foul trouble. That really helped, too. So
I was going to ask you about that. Were you surprised a little bit in the first half that with a 6'3" post player that Miamisburg kind of matched you as a perimeter game in the first half? Did that surprise you at all?
The way that we were pressuring them, I think it was hard for them to get her the ball. And I think that's something that we talked about going into the game was it's hard to throw post entries if the guard's worried about dribbling the ball. So we made her put it on the floor. We kept her in front of us. That really helped. Well, Jada did a great job fighting over top of the ball screens there in the second half as well. So from a matchup perspective, we had bigs. They had bigs. Ours play bigger than they really are. Jalen plays 6 inches taller than she is. C had a great game on the glass. Maddie comes in as a sophomore and finishes up the game for us. So, our bigs played really, really hard, but we're learning. We're starting to take care of the basketball. We're starting to move the ball around on offense, so we're starting to get there.
You guys came into this game, 2-8, and you needed a big win. Now, what do you go into the locker room telling your kids now that they finally got that win with that little momentum behind them?
We talked to our girls. We're 2-8 right now, and I think in the next 5 games we have an opportunity to win them. I said if we can get a win tonight, we can get a win on Saturday, hopefully against Middletown, then we can pull one off against Sycamore. We got a schedule here with Fairfield and Oak Hills. I think we possibly could pull off 5 in a row, go from 2-8 to 7-8, and get right back into this whole thing. So we'd really like to be above 500 this season, which is something I think is very much attainable. Jada's starting to figure out how to play the point. Kaylee and Aaron are starting to take care of the basketball more. Our post players are really picking it up. So I think we're going to get there, but the biggest thing tonight was to get that first win and see if we can get a string of wins here in a row.
Well, Coach, thanks for your time. Congratulations on a big win tonight. We'll see you back here on Tuesday night, and say congratulations to your team from us.
No problem. Thanks for all you guys do. You're doing awesome. Thanks.
Appreciate your time, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
All right, for the coach, Jamie Boyce, I'm Al Gabriel, and you've been watching Colerain Cardinal basketball on Waycross Community Television and wearecolerain.com.
Copies of this program are available for $20 each. Send program title along with your address and check or money order to Waycross Community Media. Attention Dub Coordinator, 2086 Waycross Road, Forest Park, Ohio 45240. Or buy securely on the web at www.waycross.tv.